Hey guys, so as you guys can see, I've got a dye product that's meant for plastic. I don't think you can use this on rubber. I don't think it stays on much long or doesn't stay as long on tires as you put on plastic. And this is meant for exterior plastic. I applied it on the front, a small section on the front of the Corsa. That was when the car was extremely faulty. And it's still there, but I think, you know, that was a bit of an unfair advantage. So I have washed the car, and I have actually given it a proper deep wash and deep cleanse. There will be a clean and chat that will be uploaded very soon on this car. Yes, this window will be replaced very soon. It is raining, so I just brought the course in just a little bit here on the inside of the workshop. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to apply some of this. I'm going to apply some of it onto the bumper here. Just a small section, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to leave it on for about a month just to see how it fares, and we'll actually see exactly, you know, how long it lasts, what happens. Obviously I leave it out in the sun, out in the open, so you know, we can get some proper real world testing to see how well this fares. The manufacturer that makes this, you know, they're more than happy to want to partner with me, but they want to sell this, you know, to me as a white label or a gray label. So if I do buy it, I'm gonna have to buy it in bulk, and then I'll have to decant it and put my own labels on. But like I said, it's fared quite nicely on the front of the Corsa, but I wanted to just give it a proper head start, and we're gonna do that. So before I even think of making an empty workshop product, I really want to just see how well it fares. I'm going to keep you guys updated. So today is the 7th of August 2025. So we'll come, I'll try and see if I can do like, you know, like a weekly update, just like a quick 30-second video just to see how the product is faring. I'm not going to be applying as much as what I would love to. I'm not going to apply anything else on the rest of the bumpers. That's why I cleaned up the car and I haven't done anything, because I wanted to use this and you know, keep you guys updated so we can actually see what happens. And if it fares quite well, you know, if in a month's time, with it being exposed to all the elements and it still is as good as the day I applied it, then that will, you know, to me will be a good head start with regards to us keeping this and actually buying in bulk and decanting, and you guys can buy it. But anyway, with that being said, let me quickly apply it on this back section here of the Corsa. Because it's a dye, I think maybe it might be a good idea for me to sell it, you know, like a smaller kit that comes with perhaps some nitro gloves. I'm not wearing any gloves now, which is probably not a good idea, but anyway. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove the tape, and then I'll bring you guys in so you can see exactly what it looks like. That's that I'm going to, if we do sell this, I'm going to supply this with you know, like a kit. You guys can get it with it will come with gloves and with a bottle, and I think perhaps like a 100 ml bottle. Biggest size perhaps 200 ml. I think anything more than that's a bit too much. With an applicator pad and a microfiber towel. Anyway, let's bring you guys in so you can actually see what it looks like. Let's light up here. I'll actually take the car out. It is raining now. Well, drizzle, but it looks nice. Actually looks very, very nice. I didn't apply it properly there. Let's see what happens like after 2 minutes. The product still has some, it does have some transfer. So we need to give this probably about 15 minutes to fully cure, where, you know, it's not going to come rub off on your hands or on your clothes and anything like that. But for what it is, I think it looks very nice. The light gives it quite a bit of shine, but it's actually more of a satin sheen. It's not anything overly glossy. It looks nice actually. It looks actually very, very, very nice. Okay, let me quickly take the car outside and you guys can see it in overcast weather what it looks like. It really does look nice. You can definitely see the line. It's a night and day difference. It does look good on the actual bumper. So for now, my initial impression is that I am very impressed. It does look good. I wouldn't mind putting this on, but this video is to test and see what this looks like within a month's time, perhaps two. But yeah, I'm going to give it the month of August into September, and then we can take it from there. But you guys let me know what you think. Would you be interested in this? So I actually forgot to inform you guys that the manufacturer actually told me that you can dilute it if you want to. As you guys can see on the back, so this section over here is the full strength, and then if you guys can see there, that section is the 1 in 3. So the manufacturer said that you can go up to 1 in 3. I don't like that. It's I think the product gets diluted too much. It doesn't permeate the plastic as nicely as what you would want it to. It was too blotchy, and even though you can see a difference, it doesn't look nice. So to me, I would think if you don't want to use the full strength, I've got here a 1:1 dilution ratio. So what I've done is I've just quickly prepared this area over here. I've used the surface prep. Love this product. Looking for a glass cleaner, this is the product to get. And also if you're looking for an IPA, initially it is an IPA, but it also doubles down as the best window cleaner in my opinion. That being said, I've already just cleaned off this area, and I'm quickly just going to apply this one over here. Again, this is a 1:1 dilution. So 1 part water, 1 part bumper renew. I must still come up with a name. You guys let me know. But 1 part product. So let me quickly apply it over here, and I'm gonna do again like I've done here. I'm gonna do 2 applications. One, the initial, and then second, just to make sure that any spots that I've missed or any area that wasn't properly applied, I've done that. So far this is a lot better than the 1 in 3. I'm actually liking this a lot. Where is my cloth? I just want to just remove any excess residue, and I'm again not wearing any gloves. However, this is, you can clean your hands with water and with soap, so that's not a problem. That actually looks very, very, very nice. Very similar to the full dilution or like full concentrate, but it's not as glossy. And I'm sure you guys can see that is obviously applied. There's nothing. I'll change the camera angle so you guys can see now. But yeah, this is actually very nice. I mean, if you really wanted to, if you really are going for if you want it to be extremely matte, you can maybe push it to 1 in 2, I'm not going to do that. Like I said, I initially tried the 1 in 3. I'm not happy with that. I'm happy with the one or the full concentrate. A 1-to-1 is perfect as well. And I think, you know, it will obviously make sure that the panel itself is fully protected for a long time. Again, this does contain UV protection. It does have plasticizer in, so it helps with the plastic to keep it from cracking, and you know, especially the expansion and retraction. And it does have hydrophobic properties in here, so it's not going to come off immediately with every single wash. Because this is a dye, every single time you do wash it, small amounts of it will be removed. But I think realistically, they were saying like 6 months. I think realistically between 3 to 4. And I mean, if you apply it after every 3rd month, you know, you keep a bottle and you just go around the car, it should look like this for a very, very, very long time. So they say it's 6 months. I say between 3 to 4. So anyway, yeah, I'm actually very, very happy with this.